All right, Pisces, welcome in. Welcome in. That was the new moon card. Hope everybody's doing great today. This is for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're a Pisces rising, I've noticed that these are loud for rising signs. So if you're not a Pisces rising, you might want to check out your rising sign, but stick around. If you're a Pisces Sun, this may reflect a lot of energy that you might need to know about. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the astrology that's ending November in this video, and then the extended I'll go into December. Full moon at the end of the month of November, I'll be talking about that. I wrote a bunch of notes that I will use when I talk to you about this, and one of the things I noticed is that this next 6 or 7 weeks is really about healing your relationship to money, and not by doing healing work or meditation. It's more by taking action in your career, in your work that is visible, that people are seeing. Okay, so it's 10th house, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's see what comes out in your reading. Little side note: if you're wanting to learn how to read tarot from me, there's a link in the description box, and my tarot class is available to you. Also, we're going to start up the second cohort of the tarot readers that I have certified. They're on Soulful Revolution. If you're looking for a private reading, you can go over there. And if you want to be one of those readers, jump onto my January certification. All that stuff is in the link below. All right, let's see where you go. Wow, I keep getting this. This is the card. This is death. This is the card of the Scorpio new moon that we just had. The affluence energy there. I'm going to take this karmic path home. One more, please. Stormy. Okay. Some of you, Pisces, some of you are moving away from a situation with where you're living. Some of you might be selling your home. Some of you may be getting out of a situation with roommates that's not that good, or with family that's not that good. I feel like that really manifested in that new moon in Scorpio, or you're asking for that to manifest, a move, an ability to step onto your path in a different way, move away from an old path that has been closing up. We do have the full moon in Gemini, November 27th. We have some Mercury retrograde action going on in December. So if you're going to sign any contracts, I would recommend you do it before December 12th. Okay, so we'll talk more about that in a minute. I just want to look at your reading. In the extended, I'll look at timing. I'll look at what you don't see coming. I'll look at blocks, and I'll give you some advice about the next 30 days, especially. Okay, so Pisces, what is coming in for you guys? Keep shuffling, please. Okay, what is coming in for you? One more. Okay, what is coming in for you? All right. All right. So there's something here about self-confidence and courage. Could have been something that happened over the summer. All right. Something that went on over the summer. Now, Four of Cups. Stagnation. Queen of Swords. Ace of Swords. All right. Fair enough. And then there's the moon. There's the Gemini moon. Not just any moon. The Gemini full moon. So something, some of you could have some issues around motherhood, something like that. Some of you could be striking out on your own. Some of you could have had a very cold relationship with your mother or something like that. And that's coming up for healing. Some of you thought you were moving forward this summer. You thought you were really going somewhere. And it's turned not so good. I feel like it's turned stagnant. And I think it's because of some kind of truth that needs to be shared. All right. I feel like you have a karmic partner. You might be in a relationship with a karmic partner. Taurus, Libra, Cancer, Leo, going towards Cancer or Gemini or Aquarius here. I think this is about having to develop the strength to do the thing you want to do. So you might be in a relationship or a situation right now that is not working at all, and you're going to have to get up the courage to go in a different direction. Okay, so Judgment, you're being offered a crossroads. Oh, there you go. 8 of Cups. Judgment, 8 of Cups. You got a lot of Cancer energy here. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, lots of water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, making new decisions. The 2 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 2 of Swords. I think you might be dealing with someone who's very much stuck in the past. You are going forward. 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords, Death, okay, and Page of Swords. So let me just backtrack a minute, because I talked about the energy of the astrology for you is about career path. All right. It is about healing your relationship to money by taking action. It's not about sitting under a tree and manifesting. I feel like you might have done that already, or I feel like that is something that I think you're learning is just the first step. Okay. So we do sit under a tree and manifest, and then we take action. We take action on things. So between now and December 12th, I think there's going to be some real clarity for you around the choices that you need to make. The Lover's card and the Judgment card, the full moon in Gemini could be, I'll go deeper into that in a minute here, but that full moon in Gemini can really be about releasing anything or closing a cycle that started in June. So what started in June? Did you quit a job? Did you decide to run away and join the circus? Like, what did you do? I feel like you might have had a big choice to make, and I think you're going in, I think you went in the direction your intuition was calling. But because there was some loss, 5 of Cups, you're like, I'm not listening to my intuition anymore, which is really weird for a Pisces. But I think that you might have recognized that walking away from a situation like ended something or is going to end something. And so that's got you like stopped. You might have stopped and not moved forward, because moving away from this put you out in the stormy seas, and maybe you felt alone by that. Maybe you felt like you needed somebody else to save you or something like that. I do feel like this, there's no pentacles here except for this 9 of Pentacles, self-confidence. If you're going to get a pentacle, that's a pretty good one to get, but there's no pentacles in the direction you're going. So what is it about? Okay, so 8 of Cups, High Priestess, Knight of Pentacles, okay, good, 2 of Cups, Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles. All right, that's the other good one. If you're going to get another good pentacle card, you got it. So this is saying to me that you're following your intuition, you're making a choice. And even though it could seem stormy in the sense that you leave your home behind, or you leave behind family, you leave behind friends, you leave behind a neighborhood you're familiar with, but you are following your intuition, even though you don't see where the pentacles are, where the affluence is, where the next, big thing is. You're going toward, basically you're just saying, I'm opening myself up to opportunities that are going to bring in that financial abundance. Now that's fine, but I also think that this is showing up and it's saying you have to put in the energy and time too. It can't just be like, oh, I meet someone, I fall in love, and all of a sudden I'm the King of Pentacles. What you're doing, I think this person, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, might be someone who is not maybe very wealthy. Oh, I feel like you might have been in a relationship where you were kind of a kept partner, like the other person made a lot of money. And I think you might be going in that direction again. Okay, but then stopping yourself and saying, no, I'm transforming. I'm here to transform my energy with money. So the difference is you could be putting in time and effort to build something that you want to build. And I almost feel like that draws to you a partner who is financially stable and growth oriented. That's sexy to them, that you're willing to put in the time and effort. This 5 of Cups, it's like, why couldn't that happen? Why couldn't that have happened with this other person? 5 of Cups, King of Cups, 4 of Swords, Knight of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. Because you're healing your relationship to money as it relates to, like you're unhooking it from love. You're unhooking value and worth from a love situation. You have to build something first, and then you invite this person in, okay? Or there's an idea that comes from a person, and that's something you guys are seeing eye to eye on. It's possible what you're healing is kind of an old-fashioned, or maybe this is even past life, because Judgment is here. This is even past life about, in a past life, you might have been somebody who took advantage of a partner who had no money, and you married them because they didn't have any choice. And you were happy, but they weren't happy. Like, you kept a partner. And so now in this life, you may have had that experience in reverse. And so now you're balancing that. All right. Balancing your relationship to money by taking action. Okay. So let me just give you a couple of notes about Pisces at the end of 2023. On November 24th, there's some interesting stuff going on. It's a very short-lived little cycle. So we have a stellium in Aries, which is a cardinal sign. Action, right? North Node, Moon, Chiron in retrograde, healing the relationship. There's something about the Moon on November 27th. It's the full moon in Gemini. And so that can be about communication. There can be something, and this is Gemini here. This is full moon in Gemini, basically, right? There's something here about clarity around the direction that you're going in. And that feels pretty good. That full moon in Gemini can really illuminate the next level or the next direction. So you're shining your light brightly in career matters by doing. Talk is cheap. So you might be, you might have this air energy around that full moon, like I'm manifesting and I'm speaking my truth to spirit. And then it's like, okay, then you got to get on your horse. You got to get on the path. You got to do this is on the horse. You got to do the things that are the good habits. You got to do the things. And so the stellium in Aries, North Node, which is karmic path, karmic path toward affluence, which we have. It's in your second house of money. Okay. It's in your second house of money, self-worth, and values. The stellium is 3 or more planets in one sign, and that's just elevating the energy. So there's something about money that gets really loud around November 24th in your second house. It's like, I gotta take some action here. There's another stellium happening on that day. Mars enters Sagittarius, the Sun in Sag, and Mercury in Sag in the 10th house of career. But here's the thing that's interesting. This is about clarity and speaking truth. Mercury in Sagittarius is in detriment, which means it's weak. So it's not going to be maybe as creative or expansive. It's more nuts and bolts truth. Mars enters Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about optimism. Sagittarius is about exploring the universe, learning, wanting to learn new stuff. And we have the Sun there as well. So those two stelliums are talking to each other in a trine. So there's a nice flowing energy. There's also an opposition to that stellium in Aries that shows up in your 8th house. All right. So in the opposition, Libra is opposite Aries. And in that 8th house, you have the South Node, right? You have that South Node energy there. And the South and Venus, South Node and Venus in the 8th house. This is all about risk versus security. You cannot have security without taking a risk. And just think about this. Like, if you never left your parents' house after high school or after college or whatever, you might think that's security because there's a roof over your head. But if you're if you're there for 30 years and they sell the house, there's no security for you. Like you haven't built something of your own, which is why, unless they sell it back to you, but I don't think they're going to, because I think that's part of your karmic mission here is to build something of your own. Okay. Build something of your own. The opposition, of Aries and Libra, second house, eighth house, risk versus security. It's like, it's time for you to reach for your financial goals. I love that the Knight of Pentacles is here. This is Virgo energy. So this is about daily habits that are supportive of that are supportive of you putting time and effort into your mission and purpose and becoming the King of Pentacles. So you're not like a hangers on. You're not somebody who is like a slave to another person. You're becoming your own person. And whether it attracts that King of Pentacles or you become the King of Pentacles, does it matter? I mean, we're not talking about love here. We're talking, well, we could be talking about love, but I feel like the reason the King of Pentacles is attracted is because you are doing the effort. Like you're not going to attract in somebody who's not aligned with this karmic path of like self-made person or doing the thing that's going to bring new security. And there could also be what I was just talking about, like you could actually have some kind of storminess around where you're living that shows you it's not secure. Okay, there's something not secure about where you are now, and you're going to have to strike out on your own. On November 27th, there's a full moon in Gemini, and that is showing up in your fourth house. So moving is kind of inevitable. And I feel like that full moon shines a bright light on, okay, it's like, it's time to close this chapter. It's time for me to move on in my life. It's time for me to build something. And I'm balancing and healing my relationship to money by taking action. So in the extended, I'll show you more about what's going on in December. I'll talk more about that. And I just want to do one thing here. Okay, before we move on. So there's a lot of moving on here. And I do see that Two of Cups. I see this Knight of Cups. Okay, anything about love you should know about? Because I'm also seeing that Five of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Five of Wands. Star. Sun. By doing this, I feel like you show your own self-worth and value. You're attracting somebody in who is also doing that. You guys are a match. And I feel like there might have been resistance with this person in the past, but that's getting healed. Sun. Good, good, good. That's a nice progression. So let's see where we go. I'll look at blocks. I'll look at what you don't see coming. I'll look at actions and advice for you in the next 30 days. All right. Let's see where we go, Pisces. I'll see you over there. Link is in the description box. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.